VL Group A Commodore, these cars were built after the very public split of Peter Brock and Holden. Peter Brock's HDT Special Vehicles and himself parted ways with General Motors over a few different things. And then Holden went on and approached Tom Walkinshaw from Walkinshaw Racing in the UK to build a series of road cars, but also to develop the new VL Group A race car. Now these Walkinshaws were the first Holden V8 to come with a fuel-injected engine. The VL Group A and the VN Group A were the ones that ran the twin throttle body injection on the engines. The rest of the Holden range got the normal standard fuel injection system. But these cars were a great car. They were a very slow car to move when they first hit the market. There's still a bit of buyer's remorse with the split from Peter Brock and Holden. But when the motoring riders started testing these cars and writing about their performance and the handling and everything else, people started to come around to liking them. And then once you drove one of these cars, you just had to have one. The fuel injection, the performance, the response, the torque was something out of this world we'd never experienced in Australia. The fuel economy was something unbelievable. And even just the gearbox, the setup in the gearbox, when you go from first to second gear in these things, they've just got this funny little whine they have in them, and just a great driver's car. Now the aerodynamics, as I mentioned earlier, that was designed in a wind tunnel in the UK by Tom Walkinshaw, and really made a difference to these cars on the racetrack. The downforce from the rear wing was unbelievable. The bonnet scoop, the front air dam, all that sort of stuff helped the airflow of the car. And HRT had quite a few different drivers driving these cars. They had, well, you had Alan Grice, Larry Perkins, you had Wyn Percy come out, him and Grice won Bathurst in one of these cars, and then you had Neil Crompton, Wayne Gardner, gee, there's that many drivers back in the day, I'm just trying to think else. Peter Brock actually came back to the fold later, that couple of years after that, and drove again for HRT, and then later on in HRT's growth, you had Mark Scaife, Tander, Craig Lowndes, and many others. Bradley Jones was another one back in the Walkinshaw days. So this car, the Walkinshaw, means a lot to Australian, not just muscle car, but racing history. They're also running up against the Sierras and other cars at the time. And at one stage there was so many of these Walkinshaws racing, like you've got all the privateer teams jumping into them because they're such a big leap forward with the injected engine and everything else. So they really became a very big part of Australian motor racing history and Australian muscle car history. And now the Walkinshaw is becoming super collectible. This weekend at Lloyd's Auctions we've got two, both done very low Ks. One's done 50,000, the other one's done about 62,000 Ks. Both numbered vehicles, both very good, clean, original cars. They haven't had their wheels changed or injection or camshafts or anything like that. They're just good original survivor cars. And they're still a great driver's car. So if you're looking for a car you can jump into and drive up through the mountains or take for a run down the coast or whatever, or go to an all Holden day, these are an ideal driver's car. They've got air conditioning, they've got power steering, power windows, a very comfortable car, good fuel economy, but it's also okay, you can keep the miles down on, keep it tucked away in your garage, and it's just going to keep sneaking up in price. So two coming up this weekend. These cars only came in the one colour, Panorama Silver, and they're all numbered vehicles. So it's at lloydsauctions.com.au, jump online, have a look, or come down to 69 Manchester Road, Carrara. Gates open at 8, auction goes live at midday, and it's well worth having a look at these two beautiful examples.